Stop me if you've heard this before, but this list is gonna be different, okay? I've basically talked about every Sigma character there is, and I'm not about to watch a 5-season show just to talk about him for 20 seconds, so I'm sorry to all you Oppenheimer fans, but I'm not talking about Peaky Blinders. So for this list, I wanted to focus on literally me characters. It's basically the same It's basically the same dude. Like, I'm not gonna lie. I lied. This is gonna turn into a bit of a tirade, so I'm gonna throw some fun graphics up while I explain what I mean. See, back in 2020, when the rest of the internet finally caught up to 4chan, a lot of TikTok accounts cropped up talking about Drive, American Psycho, and Taxi Driver. This niche community would go on to brand the characters in these movies as Sigma males. Before this, the term Sigma male was generally used by people that say shit like alpha and beta, and it was basically used to describe a kind of guy that was higher than an alpha, but at the same time he was low-key a lone wolf. Like, he was doing his shit in silence. People started using this term to describe these movie characters because it was kind of an ironic way to call them based and red-pilled, but it also kind of drew a parallel between their sociopathic actions and a Sigma's isolation from society.
Why am I on there?
It's not you, it's a movie.
Eventually, like 2 years in, this subculture split off into two groups, one of them being depressed young men that felt disenfranchised with society as a whole, and the other being Andrew Tate meat writers.
Against my 38.
Now, as much as I want to talk about Andrew Tate fans, I think we're gonna stick to the first category for this one. This leads to the topic of this video, which is characters that aren't necessarily sociopaths or dangerous in any way, but that were adopted by these depressed and disenfranchised young men as a way to say, hey, this is how I feel. He's literally me. And with that being said, let's move on to the video. This is too long.
These niggas is fake, plastic. Her booty ain't big as Jurassic. You can't talk to my babe, she sassy.
I know I just went on a long tirade about how I'm doing literally me characters and not Sigmas or whatever, but dude, Ken gets a secret Sigma tier. I don't even care, man. Dude, he was the best part of this entire movie. Every line he had was so funny, dude. Nobody f***ed with this guy. He got bullied by everyone, dude. His girlfriend rejected him, bro. This man was going through it from minute one, and the second he hit the real world, he was a Chad. That shit was cold, man. I was wet. I hate to have another section that I'm gonna cut out, but this movie is actually so good, dude. It got shit on so hard by critics for like no reason when it came out. Same shit as The Watchmen. But recently, it's definitely had like a rise on like TikTok like Sigma pages. I'm pretty sure most of my viewers can relate to his role as Henry because he's like an artsy like suicidal kid. Just like replace like the paintings or whatever the f with like Joker Sigma edits. And that's my audience, dude. Henry from Stay. Easy S tier. Next up, Donnie Darko. Donnie Darko is another movie that got really popular in like the fringe Sigma scene. It kind of just got popular on TikTok altogether. He definitely wasn't a symbol of misogyny. He was more so just a suicidal guy. Okay. He had banger lines like the search for God being absurd, where he truly became a nihilist. The only thing that keeps him from being literally me is he's in a happy relationship, and we don't f with that over here. So for that reason, he's going in D tier for Donnie Darko. F you. I don't care if this turns off everyone who's ever watched me. Tom got done so dirty in that movie. I know that the point is that they weren't compatible from the start, but this... Oh, I hated Summer! I hated Summer so much! And I know the Tom haters finna come out of the woodworks in the comments talking about, oh, the actor actually said that he didn't like Tom either. I don't care, dude. I don't care. All Summer had to do was be like, I don't f with you anymore. Like, we're done. This man, Tom, actually said no, and she was like, okay. Why? I don't know. Tom like B. He was kind of annoying, like low key. Even outside of the relationship shit, like he was kind of annoying. Everybody's gonna learn sometime. Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind is one of my favorite movies ever made. Without gushing about it too much and being like a film bro, I think the whole core of the movie being that he's reliving all these memories with his like subconscious like version of Clementine, and he thinks so highly of her even after they're like huge falling out. I don't know, like something about it just like got me. The final scene is his memory is being erased and they're in the house crumbling. You get that like perfect TikTok sound. You get the perfect TikTok sound.
I wish you'd stayed.
I wish I'd stayed too. Now I wish I'd stayed. I wish I'd done a lot of things.
That shit was so clean. Oh my god. Really relatable in his spinelessness. Usually I don't like characters like him. He was really bad at communication, but I don't know, it made the story feel so much more real, and I don't know, I'll put him at like S tier. I've been meat riding Scott Pilgrim since I was in middle school. Why did I've been meat riding Scott Pilgrim since I was in middle school. Like, y'all don't even know. You fake fans found it when it was put on Netflix during the pandemic. Dude, I was playing the 360 game back in the day. Like, you don't even know. You don't even know. I had that shit on the original 360. Please have sex with me. That game was so hyped that I went out and I bought the movie because you couldn't stream it anywhere. And the movie was so hyped that I went out and I bought the comics twice. Tell me what you know about the version where Kim says the gamer word. They censored that in every other version. Michael Cera was in his bag during this era. He played every like quirked up like alt boy in like every Tumblr movie. Juno. Scott Pilgrim. Arrested Development where he wants to kiss his cousin. But yeah, in terms of movie Scott, dude, he was kind of just a dickhead like the whole movie. He was kind of a dick to all of his friends. He got his ass beat for an alt girl, and by the end of things, he barely changed as a person. If that doesn't describe me perfectly, I don't know who does. S tier, baby.
It just keeps tumbling down, tumbling down, tumbling down.
I know I'm gonna get so much hate for putting another anime character on here, but like, I gotta talk about Shinji. I 100% went into this thinking I was gonna put Shinji in like F or D tier, but you know, after thinking it over, he might be a little bit like me. In all honesty, Shinji was kind of a punk bitch. Even the small things, it's like you couldn't have asked a girl out, bro. Like, a girl abuses me like that, I'm folding instantly. It's no question. I'm completely lying. I would think she hated me and I would probably see out just like Shinji did. Shinji is a rare case of a character from an anime that isn't complete ass, and for that alone, I think he deserves to be pretty high up. He's also just genuinely well written, and compared to everyone else on this list, they had way more time to flesh him out over the entire series, and it definitely made him way more compelling. And even though I was mostly disinterested in the fight scenes, I kept coming back to see just how hard Shinji would degrade. Shinji is a great character, generally a pretty good show, and the fan base sucks ass. I hate the fans. When they announced that they were remaking Silent Hill 2, every one of these like fringe Sigma accounts like hopped on James immediately. Now, I've seen a lot of pretentious Silent Hill fans saying, oh, you don't get the point. They don't even know what he like did. I'm pretty sure everyone knows at this point that he killed his wife. I think that's like common knowledge about that game. I think it says something that someone with as much depth as James is related to by so many people. Even in like an esoteric joking way, I think there's something there. There's something to his like melancholic like void attitude. And it's something that you really feel with like people's attitudes towards Silent Hill games in general. It's like something like draws you there, you know, especially with the second game and the idea of like you being like punished for your own sins. It's almost like people want to like repent for their sins in this like horrific way. Yeah, I got too serious during that section. Add like an explosion or some shit. All right, fellas, that's the list. Before I forget, there's a Discord in the description if you want to join. It's completely empty right now, so if you want to populate that, you know, be my guest. I'm well aware that I put like 90% of the characters in S tier. Dude, I don't really give a fuck, okay? This video is really just an excuse to talk about characters I like, so, you know, don't take the list too seriously, okay? It's about the content. You know, sad news, but this is gonna be the last list video for a while, because, you know, these videos are really boring to make, I'm not gonna lie. I did really enjoy doing all the green screen stuff. I'll definitely do stuff like that in future videos. I've been working on a lot more stuff that's not tier lists behind the scenes. I'm probably gonna lean more towards like commentary kind of stuff, so thanks for all the support on the last two parts. I know this one's gonna flop like crazy because of how long I've waited. I know I said that wouldn't happen again. My bad, dude. Like, I don't even have an excuse. School kicked my ass last semester and I basically dicked off all summer, so yeah, please forgive me for that. Thanks for watching. Join the Discord if you want, and I love you guys. I was kind of gay.